Sup guys, my name is Reggie Kim. I'm the interviewer and today we are interviewing the one and only George Washining. Mr. Washining, could you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, Raggy. My name is George Washington, and I am the first president of the United States.
So, let's talk about the Whiskey Rebellion.
The famous rebellion of 1794. Yes, I remember that day like it was just yesterday. What would you like to know?
Well, first of all, some of us don't know what the rebellion is. Can you state what it is and where does this event occur?
Of course, Alexander Hamilton, my Secretary of State, had an idea to put a tariff on whiskey to help pay off the Revolutionary War debt in 1791.
So, how did the people react to this?
Well, let's just say this did not please some folks. Angry Western Pennsylvanian farmers started to defy the tax and would not accept this tariff.
Why were farmers angry about this?
Well, you see, when the tax was placed upon the whiskey, not many people were buying it. This resulted in farmers not getting much money for the whiskey that they made from their own crops.
What happened after that?
It got to the point where they became violent and started tarring and feathering local tax collectors. This event attracted a lot of attention, like me, and thus it was named the Whiskey Rebellion.
What did the farmers compare the taxes to?
They compared it to the hated taxes Britain placed on our colonies before the Revolution.
How did this rebellion come to an end?
Well, I thought it was a good time to use our state militia to put a stop to this violence. I took around 13,000 men up to western Pennsylvania to try and force the rebels to quit what they started.
Was anyone injured? Did you guys put up a good fight?
I didn't even have to harm anyone. They became scared at the massive militia and the rebellion was put down. Such a good president, am I right?
Interesting indeed. Do you think the rebels had a legitimate justice claim?
Yes, it costs farmers to make whiskey, and after they go through the trouble of making it and no one buys it because of the tax, they really get no income from it.
Personal question, but do you make whiskey yourself?
Why, yes, I do. Actually, Riki, did I say that right? I am the largest distiller of whiskey in Virginia.
Do you yourself think that you were justified sending the militia to deal with the rebels?
To be honest with you, yes. Under the Constitution, I am allowed to enforce laws, and sometimes a little force is all it takes.
Yes, I totally agree. Do you think Hamilton was justified in asking for the whiskey tax to be passed?
At first, it did not seem like a bad idea. We needed a way to pay off the war debt, but as the tax was put into effect, I began to see what a bad decision it was. So in the end, I had to stop it.
I guess this really tested the strengths of the government. Well, it's time to wrap it up. This was George Washing Machine, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Join us next week with Beyonce.
Here's the background music. Dun, 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 dun. K-P-O-P. Dun, 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 dun. K-pop, this is the background music. La 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 la.